Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the stunning SaberCats Stadium for the 2024 NCR Women's 15s D3 semifinals. Our first semifinal features the 2023 finalists, the University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers, taking on the Colorado School of Mines. My name is Bree Kim, and I'm joined in the booth by Director of Rugby at Yale and the contact coach, Craig Wilson. Both teams have enjoyed multiple big wins in their road to the semifinal, so it is sure to be an entertaining match today. As we take a look at the beautiful view of the city of Houston, it's about 50 degrees right now, cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. You can see the winds going strong as we see these two teams take a run out. University of Wisconsin-Platteville in the orange and blue, Colorado School of Mines in the black, as these two teams look to secure their berth to the championship final tomorrow. Let's take a look at how they got here. The Pioneers, a record of 7-0-1. You can see a big point differential there. Along the way, they had to beat Niagara 55-19, and in the quarterfinals beat Loyola Maryland 63-0. Get a good shot at some of their All-American players here. We'll be talking about that in just a moment. As now we get a good look at the Colorado School of Mines. Played one game fewer this season, but a record of 6-1. Again, a nice point differential here and shutting out both teams, North Dakota in the semifinal and Northern Michigan in the quarterfinal to get here. This is their first trip to the D3 semifinals. Very exciting for both of these teams here. As we get a look at the run out, the Pioneers get set up here. In just a second, we'll take a look at their rosters as well. Here are the Platteville forwards. As we see a couple of the All-American names come out, you can see Emma Callaghan, senior prop at the number 3, and then Selena Crusher Bodine at the number 8. I'm sure we will mention her name quite a number of times as we
Hey, welcome there, and we're going to take over from the Blackville backs. You can see here number 12, Rabas, you got number 10, Pash there, number 13, Lawrence, and look at those fast wingers out there. You got Parent and you got Brewer. And if we just look forward now to the School of Mine forwards, you've got the big front row, you've got Langford, Snodgrass, Landers. They're going to be looking to take it to the opposition. And then you've got the second row of Courtney and Clark, back row of Lynn, Batty and Williams.
All right, as we take a look at those, thanks Craig for finishing out those rosters for me. As we will see the Colorado School of Mines on the left-hand side, we see the head ref, Vian Engelbrecht, get us underway. It will be the School of Mines kicking off to Platteville Pioneers as we get started for the first of many exciting matches today, folks. Don't go anywhere. Lots of rugby to be played today. See a nice hard carry from the Pioneers. Just setting up, but good defensive pressure from the School of Mines. Pioneers able to clean up that ball, take it to ground cleanly, but met with lots of pressure from Colorado School of Mines, and the referee won't take that, playing on the ground, so we will have our first penalty to the Pioneers. Now, Craig, I'd love to hear some initial thoughts you have on this match. Of course, a little bit more experience from the Pioneers, but pretty exciting match I think we'll have underway.
Oh, absolutely. You can see from the start there, the Colorado School of Mines, they were putting maximum pressure on there at the ruck. They really want to take it to Platteville and put pressure on them. Maybe even just got themselves a little bit caught there, but you can see the intent they have from a defensive point of view. Now it's a great field position for Platteville.
As we see an early lift from School of Mines, and so Pioneers able to take that line out in nicely as they go for a driving maul. And will they stay out of bounds? It looks like Kubitz is pushed out by School of Mines, so they will turn over that ball and get their first line out of the match.
You could see some early intent there from those big players from the Pioneers. They were looking to maul. Perhaps they should have brought that infield, but early intent there to keep it nice and tight and use those big players.
And immediate turnover to the Pioneers. Jumper able to disrupt that ball as we see Pebbles Dutton get that ball out. Dutton again with the ball out this time. Looks like they're going to dummy and then go forward herself. So we see Callaghan just take it nice and slow. This time looking to get it out a little bit wide. Going towards the 15-meter line here. Continuing to go the same side here with a nice little switch line back inside. Looks like ball gets disrupted here. And so the referee will call a knock-on here to School of Mines, so that's going to be the first scrum of the match.
Yeah, you can see it all came from that defensive pressure there from Colorado School of Mines. They're getting off the line. They need to stop those Pioneer players early. And what they're doing, they're putting maximum pressure on at the ruck, and that's forcing a bit of a fumble back there, and they've earned themselves a big scrum. This is going to be big. Let's have a look.
You see just a little bit messy there. Engelbrecht just going to get it set up, and just like you said, Craig, of course, the first scrum for any forward, you know that is just setting the tone for the match. Doesn't matter which side you are on, but the first showdown between these two packs, and we already see a bit of a size mismatch, so we'll see what happens here. Well, with the put in from School of Mines, immediate pressure from the Pioneers, but Aurelio does a good job to get that ball out, as we see nice run from Piper Lee. School of Mines looking to work the short side. Carried in by Mackenzie Williams. And turned over by the Pioneers. And look at this big carry here. Looking for some support. Met by many School of Mines players. Immediate pressure in that counter ruck. And the referee will play on. That's a pickup here from School of Mines. Again, just turned right back over. It looked like we're revisiting just play from just a moment ago. But wow, Callaghan with the rip out of the arms and immediately getting that ball wide. Here we go, Pioneers. That's Tilly Dozier taking the carry in. And immediately the Pioneers are looking to attack. So Lethal right just outside the 22. Looking to maintain that ball and get that ball backwards. Does a good job of doing so. And now Dutton will slow it down a little bit. Oh, look at this. Selena Crusher Bodine just with a big carry here. And again, looking to get it wide, perhaps. You see the edge here that they're looking to attack. And they've identified so. And here's Kylie Bogert now. Met with a great tackle from Taylor Brink. And it will go back. Referee is going to make the call, and you can see already Mines players just trying to reassess and trying to get sorted again.
Absolutely. That was a big play there, and you can see the two styles of play, and neither team were really keeping possession there. So that means there's a lot of turnover play. Turnover play means a lot of space to attack. But as the game starts to develop, I'm noticing there's a lot of space on the wider channels from the Colorado School of Mines defense. So if Platteville can get that ball out to that wide channels, I think they're going to start exploiting some good space there.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And now the Ore Diggers looking to see if they can get out of their own defensive half. Some quick ball, a little loop, but lost forward. And immediately Engelbrecht will blow it up, but it looks like there was a penalty beforehand, so Colorado School of Mines will retain this ball. And here we go with a quick tap. Looks like that's Bodie taking that ball in. Aurelio spins it back out to the right side. Mackenzie Williams bringing it back inside. Met with a wall of Pioneers players, so they'll look to attack the top of the screen here. That's Piper Lee again. And you can see already a difference in the defense that we're playing here. Colorado School of Mines putting a lot of people in the ruck and trying to counter ruck. The Pioneers maybe just putting one person in. Looks like it will be another penalty. This time it is diving over, called by Engelbrecht. And again, we've got another quick tap here. School of Mines just wanting to play fast. We've got another penalty here. Looked like it was going in high. Referee just getting these two teams settled. And it looks like, Craig, we are going to TMO review here.
Okay, let's see what happens.
You know, this is the first time that I've seen TMO review in a collegiate match. Love to see that they are bringing it all the way down to this level. But as that gets sorted, gives these two teams a second to just be able to settle in and talk about the first 7 minutes that have already flown by.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been two clashes of styles. You can see the Colorado School of Mines, even just in this picture, they are smaller, but they appear to be faster, and they're trying to move the ball around to really tire out the Pioneers' defense. However, the Pioneers, they are big people. They want to keep it tight, and you can just see those two styles developing now, just as we see the referee on screen.
Yeah, and you can just see the chaos that the Ore Diggers are bringing, and you know, you can hear the energy, presumably from both sidelines on the mic as well. So again, these two teams just getting settled in. Looks like referee will bring in the Pioneer captains here to have a little chat. And you wonder if it was just the high contact going in there, Craig, on that carry. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound like we will get the mic here, but does look like referee is going in for a yellow card. So the Colorado School of Mines get a little bit more momentum for the next 10 minutes. That means that the Pioneers will be playing one player down. That's a big hit towards the Pioneers. So immediately we see ball go back to Mackenzie Williams, clearly one of their strong carriers for this team. Bodie makes their way to ground. Aurelio cleans it back up, takes it themselves. Again, just looking to go quick. This time it's Aaliyah Lynn able to shrug off some tackles, making her way to the sideline here. As they look to get set now, you can see Colorado just playing with a lot of pace here. Just able to get quick ball immediately, enabling them to play with that pace that you're seeing right now. Oh, but this time with the great counter ruck, and the Pioneers win that ball. Huge stand for them, and now they will see if they can get underway. That's Jocelyn Miller bringing that ball in, and now, Riley Connor bringing that ball in. And now the Pioneers back on the attack, just huge changes of momentum back and forth and looking to play wide. They are feeling good about their ability to control the ball just outside their 22. And that last pass, just errant pass, goes out of bounds, but looks like it went off of the Ore Diggers' hands or feet. So ball goes out of bounds, ball is still in Pioneers' hands. Craig, that was a mouthful just then.
Yeah, but it's interesting to see the Colorado School of Mines. They've definitely been showing the pace, but they decided to keep it tight there. And I think that's playing into the Pioneers' hands. They want a tighter game just because they're bigger people. So interesting if there's going to be a tactical shift there. But what they're maybe trying to do, they're trying to tire them out, you know. So I really like this cat and mouse game we've got going on here. It's just a fascinating battle. Both teams have really given it all in this opening 10 minutes. I think this game's going to open up pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Great insights from Craig Wilson, of course, the contact coach. And folks, if you have not checked out his Instagram, just some awesome clips and some really great teaching moments that you can see from film kind of all across the rugby world. So really, really honored to have him join us in the booth here and just get these great insights. So we will take a little bit of a pause here. Looks like referee is having a little bit of a mic issue. But just kind of going back again, just like you said, Craig, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Both teams so used to just immediately breaking through the scoreboard from the get-go. 10 minutes have passed, or 9, excuse me, and you can tell these players are just raring to get that first one in.
Absolutely.
Looks like it will be... Oh, go ahead, please, Craig.
Yeah, it's just some early nerves. Both teams are feeling each other out. It looks like we're back into action now.
And looked like that lineup went cleanly, but doesn't look like that throw went in straight. So not able to escape out of their 22s, the Pioneers. So that ball will go back to the Ore Diggers. A nice attacking scrum here right at the 22. And if you look at this, Craig, I mean, there's a great little attacking platform. We'll see what the Ore Diggers do off of this set piece.
Absolutely, there's a lot of space on right. The winger for the Colorado School of Mines, number 14, seems a little bit far away from me. She should be right in that 5 meter so she can maximize the space of this big field. It doesn't matter, they haven't won the scrum.
They haven't won the scrum, that is right, and cleaned up from Bodine right now. Ball does hit the deck, and I think that one's gonna go forward. Initially went backwards, but then, as you know, the rugby ball, just so many unpredictable bounces. So, the Ore Diggers need to clean up and need to really win this scrum before they can do anything on their attacking platform. Now, Craig, when you're facing an outsized scrum, what do you have to do in the pack?
You've got to, if you're smaller, it's got to be like a 7 scrum. It's got to be in and out. You've got to test the laws as much as you can. You've almost got to be throwing it to your second row. Exactly what they did there. Gives them a clean ball, minimizes the contest.
Yeah, so really nice adjustment from the Ore Diggers. Ball goes cleanly out, and then we see the ball come back in through Piper Lee. Takes it back into the midfield, gains a lot of territory there. Works it back towards the strong side of the field and attacking at pace, committing 2 players and able to still get that ball out. Really nicely done. And you can just see the Ore Diggers wanting to keep this ball alive and kind of avoid as many wrecks as possible. Mackenzie Williams eventually taking it to ground, met with a lot of pressure here from Claire Dixon. Landers taking in the carry, and just immense pressure, but looks like there will be an advantage to the Ore Diggers, as now we see Courtney going down the weak side, just 5 meters out from the try line. Can they hold on here and retain this possession? And again goes the Ore Diggers, and now the Pioneers just trying to shore up their try line defense here. Still just short, just a few meters out. Again, Mackenzie Williams. Does she get over the line? Referee says no. Ball is held up. Just in a massive defensive stand. However, we will go back to a penalty. So, Ore Diggers still have it there, just 5 meters out. Let's see what they like to do here. Gonna make sure they get organized. Looks like they're gonna go a tap to one of their forward pods, and they do. A little tricky play there. Again, Mackenzie Williams. She has gotten so much ball already this game, and finally here they get it out. And we see Piper Lee coming in. Will she get over the line? And the dramatics, and it is held up again. Craig, that is 2 times in a row. The Pioneer defense just so staunch here.
They really are. The Pioneers are really putting it in, but Colorado are playing to, right now, the Pioneers' strengths. They're just keeping it tight. Piper Lee just gave it one more pass there. There was so much space out wide, but they still have a great attacking platform here.
Agreed, as they get that ball back, and it is Aaliyah Lynn who carries that ball in. Again, now they're just consolidating. Make sure they can retain the ball off this ruck. They're playing it live again. Hop, skips, and jumps over that Pioneer player. Retains the ball. And here they spin it out. Will they elect to go wide? Pepper Lee gets rid of that ball that goes to Emily Acker. Kyra Shader cuts back in. Immediately gets tackled, and here we go playing away. That's Barta. Ball is out to Moreau. Moreau is met by a couple of Pioneers players as Aurelio looks to go back towards the midfield, slowly knocking on that door, getting closer and closer to the try line. You can see the Pioneer defense just so compressed in. Aurelio getting pushed off, and Pioneers again just able to fight through that ruck and turn over that ball 2 meters outside, and it will be a clearing kick. Not so clearing, but wins a few meters. And Colorado School of Mines not able to retain that kick. And a good clearance kick, putting pressure on the Ore Diggers, and eventually the Pioneers can take a big breath of relief as now they have retained possession, and now it will be their scrum.
Oh, there's a lot going on here. This is a great game. You can see what Colorado School of Mines are trying to do. They're trying to mix it up between the forwards and the backs. But when they needed it most, number 8, Selena Bodine, she has come through and stole some really key balls, and that's kept the Pioneers in this game.
Absolutely, as they look for an errant clearance kick, and that into the Ore Diggers' hands, and that will be Piper Lee. Aurelio getting through, just tackled short of the try line, and that's Piper Lee again. Does she get over? D3 semifinal match goes to Piper Lee. Colorado School of Mines breaks through first, 14 minutes in. And it will be reaping the rewards. Let's get a good replay right here.
Oh, look, Piper Lee has been standout so far this half. She's been working really hard. She's been running hard. She's been doing some great plays, and she's been leading on her team. And now she's going to be kicking a goal as well. So Piper Lee has been excellent.
Clearly just a key player here for the Ore Diggers. We've said her name so much already, and now taking responsibility for the kicks. So that will be 7-0, 14 minutes in. Going to the School of Mines, and Craig, you can just imagine both teams, especially School of Mines here, they're just waiting, knocking on the door, getting denied twice already. How good that feels to break through.
Absolutely, and sometimes what it is, it's just the accumulation of pressure. Although it's frustrating not scoring straight away, with those goal line dropouts, you will retain field position, you can retain pressure, and that is just excellent accumulation of pressure, and the Colorado School of Mines got exactly what they deserved. I think the Pioneers are going to be happy now. If they can kick this long, they can get some field position of their own, that's what we want to be looking for. But a great contest that we have.
Great match so far, as you can imagine. The D3 semifinal, first of many matches here today. So lots of good rugby on the Rugby Network. Thanks for tuning in.
Offside.
And as we had hoped, an entertaining match thus far. The Colorado School of Mines up 7-0. They have committed a penalty, so ball goes to University of Wisconsin-Platteville Pioneers. Now remember, they were the runners-up in the final last year, as Pebbles Dutton takes the quick tap. Goes back to teammate Emma Callaghan, fellow All-American teammate there. And we'll go back to the right side to the other All-American here, Bowden. Again, just working the short side of the field initially in those first few phases, try to commit defenders to that space, but looks like the Ore Diggers, again, is that Piper Lee, Craig, going in for the poach and winning that ball back, and the Ore Diggers keeping up that momentum and just barreling through is Aaliyah Lynn. Ore Diggers, ball in their own 22. We'll look to see if they exit or want to play out. And just on cue, looking for an exit kick, but goes errantly right in the middle of the field. But Piper Lee able to collect that ball. And so, Ore Diggers continuing to maintain possession. Aurelio spinning out of that ruck, maintaining that ball. And again, the Pioneers just putting so much pressure on. Looked like they had won that ball, but penalty from the referee. And so you wonder, Colorado School of Mines taking a little bit of time, taking a little bit of a breather here.
Yeah, just seeing the backfield, Piper Lee might be down for a little bit. That could be a big loss there for the Colorado School of Mines. Let's hope she recovers. She's played excellent so far.
She's been an excellent player indeed. Looks like she's back up and playing, but we will keep an eye on that as Mackenzie Williams again goes in with a carry. Attacking with a lot of pace here on this one. And they've made it just across halfway here as the backs look to attack the width out wide. Ball doesn't go to hands, hits the ground, and what pressure from the Pioneers, but we'll call an advantage here, says Engelbrecht. Being very strict about the level of contact in this match already. We know that there is still a yellow card playing. Don't forget about that, folks. But players should be coming back in just a few minutes here. So the Pioneers doing all they can to stave off the attack as they, again, turn over another ball. They've been so strong in the rucks. Looks like we will go for a penalty here, and the Pioneers will take a moment to reset.
Yeah, you can see that just the hands just weren't holding their weight at the ruck. That's why it's the penalty. And as you said earlier there, Brianna, it's been really, the referee's been clear. No high shots whatsoever. So that's something the teams are going to look for, particularly when they get fatigued.
Oh, and looks like an error there from School of Mines, just not able to keep that ball in cleanly. So a really nice, probably the best field position the Pioneers have had all game. Just outside of the 5. attacking line out here. We'll see if they can win this throw and then go in for an attacking maul, perhaps. Oh, and they will go the short throw right at the 5. Not able to get over the line yet, but look at that power from Callaghan. She is met short as the Pioneers look to pick and go from this ruck. And so close, but stopped short. And goes in one more time, and that is the first try for the Pioneers. It took 1, 2, 3 carries from that pack and able to just seamlessly get it in. They have responded immediately with kick to come. They have tied it up. Let's take a look at this replay.
And how about that? So when Pioneers needed it most, they went back to type their DNA. Those strong big carries, they're nice and low. You can see the referee's in an excellent position. Ball is clearly on the line, and it got what they deserved, but it all came from that kickoff. There was a knock on and then played from offside. That led to field position. So what we're seeing now, actually from both teams, when they get in the opposition 22, and that's a key coaching metric, have they come away with points? And on both occasions, both teams has. That's a testament to the quality of these teams.
And that kick looks to stay wide of the upright, so it is still 7-5 to Colorado School of Mines. But just as you said there, Craig, I mean, the response and the composure from the Pioneers to keep fighting the Ore Digger attack off in their defense, to be able to win that ball, and then, again, respond in the kickoff, put pressure on their 15, and just get that line out executed properly. I mean, you could tell how quickly those picks were coming off the ruck, that this is something that they do all of the time. So again, 21 minutes in, just over halfway in this first half, and it is a tight match. Ball is won cleanly from the Pioneers. Met with some pressure. The ball is stagnant, and I'm not sure that you can do that. Referee just making sure to call the penalty. It looked like the ball had just gotten stuck in the ruck, but no real movement either way. So Pioneers will look to, again, go for touch, win some territory here. And again, we just saw this earlier, not quite as far down the field, Craig, but again, just good movement and possession from the Pioneers.
Absolutely, it was a great kick. It was an easy decision from a referee. You can't put your hands in the ruck. It'll be interesting to see how the Pioneers mix up their line out here, because they had a successful one last time.
Yeah, met with some pressure, but still able to clean it up. Ball goes out wide to the Pioneers, but again, hits the deck. As it's cleaned up, hits hands here. That's Taylor Brink finally getting tackled down. Aurelio looking to try to put some pressure on, realizes that she is offsides. Met with several Ore Diggers players. And here Dutton looks to go herself. Again, just controlling the pace here, slowing it down, but realizing that there's an edge here to attack. Oh, and some great movement there. A little dummy line. Unfortunately, hands just getting the best of them here as we will go to another Colorado School of Mines scrum.
Yeah, it was an excellent idea. You could see they were trying to get move the ball to that wider space just to exploit. There's like 20 meters of space. Remember, this is a major league rugby field. This is one of the biggest fields you're going to find in the US. They were just trying to move there, a bit of a skill set execution. Very nice intent there from the Pioneers, but also good defense from the Colorado School of Mines.
Absolutely. This ball comes cleanly out of the scrum. And again, just playing with that width, you were so right to mention, Craig, just the width of this pitch. Probably not something that most teams are used to. The SaberCats Stadium, of course, home to the Houston SaberCats of Major League Rugby. And just looked like Pioneers was going to win that ball, but the referee has called a penalty here. So Ore Diggers taking their time and marching down the field back on the attack.
Looks like they're going to tap and go here.
Again, just getting a few meters here. Working down the sideline here, brings it back towards the midfield. That is Kaylin Courtney with that nice carry. Aurelio gets that ball out to Barta. Barta gets the ball back and goes out wide. Really like this movement from the back line here. And again, we've seen so much of Aaliyah Lynn on the wing already. Unfortunately, teammate does not stay in bounds. And that is just a crusher for the coaching staff. Never like to see your team get tackled out of bounds. Again, it's been really back and forth, Craig. It's probably about what we expect, but just immense pressure put on by both of these teams.
Absolutely. So Colorado School of Mines there, great intent, but what they needed to do as they started to go wide, it was getting a little bit lateral. They just needed someone to put the foot down and straighten it up and then really go against the grain. So both teams have showed intent that they're going to start moving the ball. It's just the execution's just left us for a little bit, but I've got a feeling it's going to break open very soon.
Gotta agree with you there. Scrum comes to a bit of a halt here. Pioneers able to get that ball out cleanly. Oh, and a nice little break here from Taylor Brink. Taylor Brink shrinking off. Several defenders, finally gets tackled by Piper Lee. Oh, and referee calls the knock on. Unfortunately, just not able to keep it in her hands. Again, just these streaks of momentum and brilliance that we're seeing here.
Yeah, just felt that was coming, just moving the ball. What was it? Taylor Brink put the foot down, number 15 from the Pioneers. She made a great break, but guess who was there on the cover tackle? Piper Lee, probably half her size, but wow, she can hit, and she forced that turnover. Excellent attack and even better defense.
See a lot of set pieces so far in this match, and this time Pioneers able to win that over. And of course the crusher, Bodine, able to win that ball as the Pioneers look to go wide, look for the ball back inside now. Immediately, School of Mines putting a lot of pressure on, not able to win that ball, so Dutton will slowly get it out of the ruck. Oh, look at that stiff arm right to the face. Callaghan says no thank you and keeps steamrolling on. Great carry from the senior prop. And able to keep the hands. Bodine catching it right off the floor, keeps the ball going for the Pioneers. Pioneers looking to attack that edge here. They've met the edge. Here we go, ball hits the ground. And just not able to keep it cleanly. A lot of batted hands there. And Craig, this is just, I think, a theme that we're seeing play out more and more in this game. Attack the edge, but can you execute on that last play?
Yeah, it's the intent is certainly there now. It's just the execution is letting them down. But you've got to give testament to both defenses. They're putting pressure on. These are two good teams. You don't get to the semi-final by being a bad team. So there's a lot of pressure on, which probably they've not been used to all year long. So it's about just understanding when and where to do the basics really well. And that's when the accumulation of pressure will start to develop.
Absolutely, and remember, both of these teams had each had two steady-handed wins in their journey to this semifinal. So absolutely, now that they're playing another team that's giving them much more pressure, much more competition, it's who can respond to this adversity, who can be more resilient in that moment. That's the team that's going to book their spot to the final here. As we saw another infringement here, so scrum will go to the Pioneers just outside of their attacking 22. So again, we've got about 15 minutes left to play in this first half. Tightly contested match so far. Lots of different changes in momentum there as we see the scrum halves kind of battling for territory at the scrum as they always do. This one comes cleanly for Dutton. Dutton will go towards the strong side here. Nice big carry from the Pioneers. Looking to retain that ball. Of course, another penalty, this time calling offsides, and here we go. Dutton quick tapping. Will go to Callaghan. Callaghan darting over the line. And it will be another try for the Pioneers. The Pioneers all class there and finishing off in the hands of Emma Callaghan. That takes them up by one try, and certainly they've got all the momentum here. That's some brilliant stuff.
All came from a quick tap penalty, pressure on, drawing in defenders, and then you get Callaghan. You are not going to stop her from here. Look at that great push off, and then the power and the presence of mind to get the ball down with 3 defenders on top of her. And that's what you get. That's just pure power from Emma Callaghan. Beautiful rugby. And that, again, it's just their DNA. Pioneers know what they're about. They get it to the big, strong players and let them do their business. It was a really, really great try.
Oh, and that was just the perfect shot right there, too, by our camera crew. Just seeing Callaghan go in one-handed and just able to control the ball. down, dotting it down on the pitch. Just beautiful stuff there. Big hard kick from the sideline. It's just going to be short. So that takes University of Wisconsin-Platteville in the lead, 10-7 versus School of Mines. And Craig, this is not the first time that we've been calling this 9-8-3 combination of Dutton to Bodine to Callaghan. Oh, Callaghan just shrugging off defender after defender. Look at that shot. What a beauty from that prop. And of course, we're seeing more experience really play out in the favor of University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Again, that combination that I just called out, the All-Americans on this team leading by example as we get underway again. 10-7 to the Pioneers as they will look to get settled again, feeling nice and composed, taking the lead in this moment and just looking to play with that experience that they've brought all season. Now, they did finish runner-up last year to St. Bonaventure, who has since moved up to D1, but they haven't felt like this season has been a gimme at all. They've had to battle through and really had faced a lot of up and downs. You know, the Rugby Breakdown did a nice interview with head coach Richard Bergman, who spoke about just the leadership, the immense leadership from this team. You have 5 starting rookies on the Pioneer squad, and you can see that they've learned quickly throughout the season from some of their senior players with more experience. So we're seeing that play out right now. But again, it's just such a tight lead. School of Mines, we know there's going to be a big response here. As we see a little bit of a Nate pick, able to stay and keep her feet, stay in bounds, does a good job of working her way back in, but referee will call the penalty, calling a high tackle here. As the Ore Diggers again look to quick tap. So Bodie will go in, but referee is going to blow the whistle one more time here. Looks like there is an injury here. Tough collision.
Yeah, look, absolutely. You can just see it's a testament to how physical both teams are. It just looked like in the carry, there was no real intent there. It was just a carry, a clash of heads. Looks like the referee's going to go to the TMO just to have a look at it. On first opinion, I didn't see anything wrong with that. That's just a strong carry. The defender got themselves in a bit of a difficult position, but for me, that's a rugby incident. That's just a nice, strong, dominant carry. And the defender was on their heels and went backwards for me, but it'd be interesting to see what the TMO says there.
Yeah, totally agree with your assessment there, Craig. Just unfortunate positioning there as both players still getting looked at. It was a big carry from Bodie and just met the head of the Pioneer defender there. So both teams just getting a moment here, hoping that their teammates are all right, but again, gives them another opportunity to reassess. Looks like both players are doing all right. Both of them get to their feet. We hope both can stay in this match.
It was a big collision. Look, both teams there. That's just rugby there for you, right? Big collision, shake hands, and we get on with it. But what we've seen so far, Brianna, every time a team has got into the 22, they have come away with points. So now, the School of Mines, they're now in the 22. It'd be interesting to see if they can come away with points. But it looks like they're going to try and take it to the Pioneers. Nice and tight. They've done this tap penalty play maybe 3 or 4 times. You might want to see them mix it up just a little bit. It looks like the referee's going to have a word here.
Yeah, interesting call out there. They're certainly setting up for these pods. It seems like if they are happy with how it's been going so far, they're not going to change it until it's broke. And we will get play back underway. This time going to Kaylin Courtney. Courtney getting a few meters here on that carry. About 7 meters outside. And working back in is Mackenzie Williams. Williams getting about 4 meters out from the try line. Good carry from Bodie here again, but gets pushed back. Pioneer defense coming up. Ball gets back out. We've seen that loop already from Barta. Barta gets it out to Piper Lee. Lee finally pulled down just outside the 5 meter, but great snipe from the Pioneers, knowing there was no one coming in from the ruck, and immediately poached from this defense. And finally, we get a kick here from one of the forwards, but doesn't quite go to touch. Moreau able to clean it up. Gets tackled just inside from the sideline here. Goes back to Mackenzie Williams. Williams brought down by Bowden. Bowden looks to still be down. Play will continue, as it always does in rugby, unless it goes back towards the incident, but we'll play on here. Looks like Bowden's able to get up. Ordigger's making some nice meters, some good positive gain line here. As finally it starts to open up, we see the edge here. Piper Lee just not able to keep that ball in. And of course cleaned up by Shaner there, but ball does go forward, and so see another turn of possession back to the Pioneers.
Excellent defense overall then for the Pioneers. Just as it looked like the School of Mines were moving into the wider channel, it was a beautiful switch play or a wraparound play. And then Piper Lee was looking like she was going to get on the outside edge there. But the Pioneers defense stayed strong and they withstood their pressure. But now, as we know, it's all about getting out of there. So we need a strong scrum and a strong exit play to really just turn it around. And I'm sure the School of Mines, they're going to be working hard to put maximum pressure on. Looks like they're more than 5 meters back there. So maybe they're giving it an easy exit for the Pioneers. They can come forward a little bit.
That's right. It looks like they're going to go ahead and just play out. Looks for that kick. Goes towards the strong side, though. Almost right into the hand of Moreau. Moreau will go streaking down the sideline. Finally gets taken down by Violet Lawrence. Aurelia with that ball out. And again, Lynn back down, offloads to teammate here. Still able to keep her feet, finally taken down. And here we see a big, strong carry. Lots of speed here from Courtney. Finally tackled. Pioneers not able to get out of that ruck as the ball goes out. Bartz is cleanly out to Piper. Acker now with the ball. To Williams. To Shaner. Gets tackled here, but knocking on the door here. Barta gets that ball out to Piper Lee. Will she score another one? No, but able to get that ball back out. Will she dot it down? And ball ends up in Pioneers' hands. Referee finally calling it here. Both teams looking confused. The Pioneers able to win that ball back, and now they will reset.
I've been impressed with the Pioneers' defense. They are not giving up. Just when it looks like the School of Mines are going to get it down, the Pioneers' defense, they come up, and it's every player across the board. They've been really putting the pressure on, but they're going to be hoping for a big kick here, a big dropout, because the pressure's going to start coming back on them again.
Yeah, and nice drop kick there. Oh, perfect. Perfect from the Pioneers, and just Shaner not able to clean that up.
That is one of a great kicks. He was flirting with the touchline, because if it went straight out, it would have been a scrum back. But she knew exactly what she was doing. Excellent skill. Now they've got the ball. Wonderful bit of rugby there.
Now well executed, and that line out as well. So ball here, looking out to the edge. That's Taylor Brink. Gets that ball finally tackled here. Pioneers slowly making their way out of the 22 here, but met with some pressure from the Ordiggers, but referee says play on. Some messy ball there, but able to clean it up is Violet Lawrence. Looks like they will just consolidate here, take their time. Really unafraid to just play out of hands, even deep in their 22, or excuse me, just right into their 22 here. And unfortunately, finally just getting the best of them there, playing a lot, both of these teams, I think, playing a lot in their own 22, and that will penalize them. And now the Ordiggers saying thank you very much with the attacking scrum here.
Yeah, no team on this field right now are really interested in kicking it too much and turning the pressure around. So that makes your skill set really, really tested. But this is an excellent scrum attack. 15 meters out, middle of the field. This is what they do.
Ball gets out cleanly for Boady. Boady able to get it to Lynn. Haven't seen her on this side of the field here. Oh, unfortunately, ball just doesn't go to Shaner's hands. And ball does go out of bounds. Looks like we might have a player down. And just like that, the excitement there for the Ore Diggers off of that attacking scrum. Ball just goes out of bounds again. So the Pioneers, now they've got another shot, line out just outside of their 5. Able to get it cleanly, and they will immediately go for the kick. Goes for the bounce. Miscommunication from the Ore Diggers, and the Pioneers get the jail free here. Again, putting pressure on this back 3, just like they did with that first try, and now they're able to gain significant meters.
Excellent kick, under pressure. It just puts teams on the back foot, and they keep doing it, keep walking up the whole field. That looks like it's going to be a tap.
So we'll get a free kick here. Yes, thank you. Yes, a tap here. Again, you can see the bent arm from the referee. And so that means that the Pioneers will have this ball. You can, whenever you have a free kick, there are many options that you can take. You can go for a quick tap, you can go for a kick, you can even elect to go for a scrum. I think initially thought that's what was going to happen. But of course, they're going to go for the kick here, this time from Dutton. Just relieve some pressure. So now, ball is in the hands of Moreau. Moreau looking to respond here, able to shake off one Pioneer defender, now knowing that she's going to go into contact, gets that ball out. Piper Lee able to clean it up, finally tackled just right at the sideline here. Aurelio digging for that ball, gets it out to the first forward pod, but met with immense pressure again from the Pioneers. Over and over, we are seeing this defense just so staunch. Oh, look at that shake off there and the one-handed offload. Who can stop this Pioneer attack right now? Just so strong, building off of their defensive turnovers here. And just as I say that, cursing this team, ball doesn't quite go to hands. But Craig, as we see this Ore Digger scrum get set up, I mean, this is just something that we've been seeing unfold throughout the game.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be the team. The Pioneers have figured it out now. Kicking is going to be so crucial because it's putting pressure on the end of on the opposition, but also there's been so many turnovers. So actually, you might be better without the ball, get in field position, gain in territory, and then putting the pressure on from there.
Absolutely, just more strategy that's building into these matches. And you can see, even just like you said, you know, if there's a set piece here, right, putting pressure on them, and you can see the Ore Diggers kind of just, their confidence dropping just a bit, looking a little bit frustrated. Right there was Emma Barda. You know that they'll keep fighting in this defensive stand here.
Absolutely, and that's why the kicking's so key in gaining territory, and fatigue is going to start playing into it now. That's when skill sets drop even more. Field position is everything now.
Absolutely, as we see Connor strike immediately, but met with lots of pressure from Lynn. Pioneers continue to retain. Callaghan just shoving Aurelio off with a nasty stiff arm, but doesn't matter. Ore Diggers turning over that ball. Again, just so back and forth has been this match, all 38 minutes thus far, and it's going to continue to the very end, you know that. Look at that leg drive, just marching through, finally tackled now. The Ore Diggers regaining their confidence, getting this momentum here, really fighting through. Here's Mackenzie Williams finally taken to ground. Pioneers having to work back to get on defense. Some nice shape here from the Ore Diggers. They look to attack out wide here. Nice little cutback in there from Shaner. Already set up is this nice forward pod from the Ore Diggers. Again, just getting that momentum. Landers with the carry. Some good communication. Really impressed with the shape that they've built here. But ball doesn't stay in their hands. Looks like we will go back for an earlier advantage, though. Really liked what I'm seeing from this Ore Digger attack.
Yeah, the School of Mine, they've really got some good clarity on how they want to attack, and that's putting pressure on the Pioneers. And as you can see, the penalty here was for not rolling away. That they couldn't get away quick enough. And we'll think we're going to see this tap play again. We've seen this 4 or 5 times. They like it. Let's see if they can make some ground.
Yeah, ball goes back again to Lynn. Wynn just having some immense positive carries, getting many meters past that line, that gain line. A little bit slow to get up. Aurelio now having to get on her knees, get that ball out to Barta. Barta gets that ball out to the forward pod here. Breaking through is Courtney. Again, just working outside now. Shaner keeps it in her hands, looking to try to get that ball offloaded, but instead places it back. Pioneers immediately putting pressure on, but Williams able to get that ball out quickly. Williams stays on her feet, keeps going, dragging the Pioneer player. And now Pioneer scrambling on defense. Wardzinger's knocking on the door. Looks like that was Claire hitting the contact here. Courtney goes back in, finally hits ground about 1 meter out. Aurelio digging for that ball, looking to hit wide, only one defender out here. Piper Lee taking it herself. And held up is the call from Engelbrecht. Craig, you and I here in the booth, just hands on our heads.
Wow, just as we look back at Piper Lee, she's fighting in the tackle, the leg drive. It looked like she was over there, but look at that defense from the Pioneers. Has they got a hand under there? It looks like she has. It's not on the ground. Pioneers, what a defensive play there. You can see the balls off the ground. That was excellent defense. I don't think I've seen 4 or 5 held up tries in a whole match, let alone in a half. What a game.
Absolutely, just huge defensive stand here. And that takes us right to the end of the first half. As we take a look now, Craig, take us through the replay, the highlights of this first half.
Well, yeah, just as we're looking at the 2 different styles of play, and you've got the Pioneers who are just digging away. They've made sure they utilize their size. There's their first try, and we're going to see the next try from Callahan. You can see from the tap penalty play, great play from here. What a shot. And as we head to the break.
Right there, such a good try. One of many highlights in that first half as we go into halftime. The Pioneers up 10-7. Don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment for a second half of this incredible action.
The values of rugby, Globant and Major League Rugby join forces in a powerful innovation scrum that aims to elevate the sport using the latest technologies. We are already co-creating digital solutions to impact the game, the fans, and the global community in a sustainable way. When technology meets passion, the unthinkable happens. Globant, technology that dares to delight.
say my favorite Thorn product is creatine,
White protein,
vitamin D, super EPA.
Fish oil pills. I chose to take Thorn supplements over another brand because they're sports backed. We know it's tested and it's safe to use. There's a wide variety of benefits that range from sport performance to neurological benefits. I know it helps me increase my lifting capacity.
That they're third-party tested, that they're NSF certified.
And they also taste great, so that's why I choose Thorn.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
To understand the game in its fullest, you need to understand what's happening to the ball.
Gilbert is synonymous with every major event that's happened in our sport.
The ball is a conductor of the orchestra. We put a tiny microchip inside the ball. We're getting location information from the ball, speed, spin, distance, trajectory, hang time.
The technology and the innovation behind this ball is truly a game changer.
With the right plan, the right team, and hard work, even the most unpredictable events can be overcome. At USI, you have the whole team on your side, protecting you from the unexpected and making sure you bounce back better than ever. We take the time to understand your concerns and provide solutions with customized game plans for you and your business. It's Major League focus and results for you, and we call it the USI One Advantage.
And welcome back to the second half of this D3 semifinal, University of Wisconsin-Platteville versus the Colorado School of Mines. My name is Bree Kim. I'm joined by Craig Wilson in the booth. And right now, you can see number 8 for the Pioneers taking the kick. They are up 10-7 now. It's been a battle of a first half. Craig, what do you expect at halftime these coaches said to their teams?
I think it's going to be much of the same. I think it's who can really put on their game plan as much as possible. But as I mentioned at the end of the half, I think it's all about field position and minimizing errors.
Absolutely, as we see the first carry from Aaliyah Lynn, just massive across the field towards the other sideline. Of course, Colorado School of Mines are on your right in these black jerseys, met by the Platteville defense in the blue and orange. As we can see here, just bottom right-hand corner, what a nice run that was from Lynn. And the Orediggers right now just playing with the possession here. Aurelio gets that ball, but goes right back towards that ruck. And if you missed the action from the first half, well, I think the recap was lots of back and forth, huge defensive stands from Pioneers. Orediggers had a chance to score and take the lead right at the end of that first half. However, the Pioneers stopped them short with a huge stand yet again. I think we mentioned 4 or 5 try-saving tackles from this team. So they are defending here just outside the 22, but you know that there's composure as the Orediggers look to break through, look to try to find that edge. It's Trinity Bodie, who's had lots of runs in this first half, finally gets it out. Piper Lee gets that ball off, and now ball in the hands of Kylie Bogert. Bogert fighting through a couple of different Pioneers players. Pioneers able to rip it out, but illegally says the referee, says not releasing was the call. So the Ore Diggers able to keep this ball will go again. Another quick tap. We saw this so much already in the first half. That's Kaylin Courtney so imposing with her carry. Right at the 5 meter, Aurelio pretends like she's going left, but actually goes right back to Lynn. Lynn just inside again, right at the 5. We know how staunch this Pioneer defense is. Courtney getting tackled just short of the try line. Looks like they will go left there. Mackenzie Williams getting driven back. Again, Tail as old as time in that first half there. And now they have to slow it down here. A little bit of an opening there. Courtney not able to get it down. Now diving over. And there is a try, this time. Knocking on the door several times, and the Ore Diggers hit back first in this second half. They will take the lead over the Pioneers. Let's take a shot at that replay.
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better start from the School of Mines. It was great shape to get them down in this position, and then they were digging deep. You can see here, what I liked about this was the clear out, but also the low body position. They were patient. Courtney has been excellent the whole game. She's been punching holes. I mean, you can just see that little gap opens just where the side of a ruck is on the left, and then she led with the ball and she gets it on the line. That's all you need to do. That's awesome awareness to get that ball down and get it on the try line. Now, did she maintain control of it? It looked like she did, and that was really well deserved there. And I like what she did, just getting that ball, punching it on the line and getting the try. But a lot of credit's got to go to Courtney, number 4, and also Lynn, number 6. They have been punching holes all day, and they started strong for the School of Mines.
Yeah, some great solid work there, as you said, from the Ore Digger forwards, and then Giovanna Aurelio just with the IQ there to pick it right off the ruck and spot that little gap. So it will be the 5 points to the senior from Fort Collins, Colorado. That takes the Colorado School of Mines into the lead, 12-10 right now, 4 minutes into this second half here. Just as we expected, probably frustrated with the lack of ability to come away with points right at the end of that first half. Able to execute this time, and now the Pioneers unable to execute. That kickoff doesn't go 10, so that means the Ore Diggers now have an opportunity to take this scrum right at the 50.
And it's worth noting there's pretty strong wind here in Houston, and it's going, as your screen, it's going from your right to your left, so it's at the back of the School of Mine. That's going to play into their favor. You can see there from that drop kick, it got held up, and this is a really important scrum here. Midfield scrum that opens up both sides of the field. It's be interesting to see if the School of Mines can take the most of that opportunity.
And Aurelio gets that ball out. A little bounce pass to Barta. Barta passes it to Lee. Pass goes behind the hands of Acker, but able to clean it up and still go is Kylie Bogert, just slipping through the defenders here. Finally gets tackled now. Ore Diggers on the attack here, just past the 40. And you can see the Pioneer defense just staying out of that ruck, trying to put immense pressure on, especially right outside of the ruck, but great carry from Kaylin Courtney, a name that we have called many times thus far in this match. Aurelia spins it out to Barta, to Lee, to Acker, and now, this time, out to Shaner. Shaner brings it back in, gets tackled, and so we'll bring it back towards the midfield here. And again, just some composure here, building more and more phases are the Colorado School of Mines. Forcing the Pioneers to tackle, but as we see here, just a huge pressure in the counter ruck, able to win that ball back are the Pioneers. Does she stay in bounds? And she does, and it looked like the Ore Diggers had gotten that ball, but no release, says the referee. So we'll go back to a penalty for the Pioneers. We'll see what they elect to do here.
And the School of Mines got some clear patterns of play. You can see they're mixing it from attacking off 9 and off 10, so really good shape. But what I've been really impressed with the whole game is from the Pioneers outside defense. They are making their open field tackles, their one-on-one tackles. And although the School of Mine has great shape and strategy, the tackling of the Pioneers has nullified that threat.
Absolutely. You can see some great work here done with head coach Roeder. So penalty here will go against the Ore Diggers again. This time they'll just slow it down here.
Looks like that would be an offside penalty. If it, or was it a high tackle? Referee's just checking.
Go what? Is the penalty here or down there? Here. 15-minute line. Okay. There you go. Right here.
So just some checking right now with the referee staff. Great to hear him on the mic now. We're unable to get that voice the first half. That's one of the best things about rugby is you can actually hear the referee communicating with the players, communicating with their ARs. And so it will be a kick for touch. Doesn't go to the sideline, but not cleaned up well by the Ore Diggers. And we see that flag go up.
Yeah,
and so despite that initial kick not going out of bounds, the Pioneers will still retain possession. Not cleaned up well by the Ore Diggers there, so again, Pioneers just sticking to their initial game plan. Quick throw, just outside the 5-meter, but turned over here. Really opting to sneak around. Sniper on the ruck this time. Finally gets taken down here. As we see Ore Digger player down, but we'll continue the play. Messy ball at the ruck there. Ore Diggers looking to spin it out and now go for this kick. Ball knocked forward here. Goes for the kick and it doesn't seem like the referee caught that initial call, so play will go on. Wrestle for the ball there, but Ore Diggers do clean it up. They get possession of this ball now. Quickly cleaning up the ruck to make sure that they have the possession. And it will be Ore Diggers coming away now into the Pioneers 40. Looks like the referee will just blow it up. Seeing a player down here, too close to the play of action. So we'll just take a moment to reset. It's been a physical game, Craig, and it's also been a fatiguing one. I mean, I'm just getting tired watching these players go back and forth here. But, you know, as we start to get start at this time, maybe 10 minutes later from now, that's when you'll start to see some more of the impact subs coming in off the bench to help finish out the game as well.
Yeah, for sure. You can see that the ball in play time has actually been high. So as the phases have been going, there's been a lot of turnovers and back and forth. The clock is still running, and I actually think that might affect the Pioneers a little bit more because they are bigger bodies, and that's going to provide more opportunities for the School of Mine. And what I loved about that tactic there, the kick through, you saw the chaos it caused in the backfield, particularly with the School of Mines having the wind behind their back. The kicking game is going to be even more important just to put that pressure on. It's just such an intriguing place right now, and you just see the field position that has been gained from that pressure from the kick from the School of Mines, and now they can start turning that pressure, applying it on. But as I said earlier, I tell you what, Pioneers outside defense has been fantastic. So it's just such a great matchup and 2 styles of play.
Yeah, absolutely. And also interesting to note too, I mean, I think in the first half we saw the Pioneers really reap the benefits of being able to create chaos from their kicks, but as you said, now going into the win, that really takes away from their strategy. As we see now a kick from Barta here, nice deep kick, goes into the try zone. So an easy one there for Taylor Brink to just dot down. But again, just employing that kick.
I think that is a great decision. So even if you kick it and it goes dead, the team has to drop out. The opposition now, the Pioneers, have to drop out. If they get it far beyond the 22, they've done well into this wind. So that means the School of Mine can just keep putting pressure on and pressure on. I love that tactic.
Yeah, and the drop kick almost goes backwards, but really just the same there.
Needs to go 5.
Yeah, and so the referee will call it back. That's an error that Pioneers will be just on themselves for. So just as we expect, again, the chaos coming from that initial kick from Barta, right? Forcing pressure on the Pioneers to execute. Doesn't go well for them, and now they are at the 5 with an attacking scrum. Ball squirts back out of the scrum there. Just pops right back out of the channel, so we will reset.
And this is an area where the Pioneers do have the advantage just by the sheer size of them. So as I mentioned at the start of the comms, it's all about, from a School of Mines point of view, getting the ball in and out. They do not want to an arm wrestle. They want to get it to number 8's feet as quickly as possible to then launch their own attack.
Absolutely, and they're able to do that. They will get that ball out to Aurelio. Aurelio gets that ball, but is met with immediate contact. Pioneers looking to get organized on defense. Lynn gets it out to Barta. Barta out here to Bogert. Bogert goes in, fighting for that line. No call yet from the referee. And it is held up again. The Pioneers defense just shuts them down one more time. As we take a look at that replay, Bogert just body level just a little too high, not able to get the few inches more that they needed to go forward. And again, the Pioneers just so disciplined in their defense and able to turn that over. But we'll go for another cross-field drop kick. This one does go 5, but it's right back in Ordigger's hands. Williams now with the carry, brought down. So again, Ordigger's knocking on the door again. Here goes Courtney at the 4. Bodie tries to spin out of that tackle, but gets wrapped up. Aurelio looking for Barta. Barta looking to go herself, and Piper Lee now. Does Piper Lee get down? As she does! And so, the Ordiggers now with their second try of the half. This time through the hands of Piper Lee. That will be the second try for the number 12.
Yeah, Piper Lee here. That's a great dummy and delayed the pass. That just offset the defense. And then the referee is right on the spot. I don't think he wanted to give another held up play. I'm looking back through the Guinness Book of Records to see how many held up plays there have been in this game. That would have been number 6, but Piper Lee there, she got denied in the first half and she was not to be denied there. She went hard. But once again, it was off the great work of Courtney. I can't speak about how well she's been doing about hitting the holes, but it also came from the accumulation of pressure from the kick.
Oh, and just hits the crossbar. Unfortunately, not the crossbar challenge right now, so will be denied, but that's all right. So that puts us at 17-10 in the 53rd minute. Let's just take another look at that replay.
Yeah, that dummy pass there was excellent from Bart. Just watch how she sucked in 2 defenders with that footwork, and then that dummy pass, and then gave it at the right moment. And Piper Lee, she knows where the try zone is, and she worked hard to get it down. That was a lovely bit of skill.
That was such a great read from Emma Barta. The fly half, she's actually a grad student from Austin, Texas. Again, just really great recognition to be able to suck in both defenders and set her teammate free for a try. So momentum here with the Colorado School of Mines, now up a full converted try. Again, possession back in their hands. Pioneers reeling a bit, looking to try to turn over this ball here. Colorado has the advantage.
Okay, advantage 9.
Aurelio gets that ball out, and again, we start to see the backs open up. Plenty of field, plenty of width to attack. Looking to try to exploit that edge. That's a nice pass out there. This time, now through Moreau, and Moreau finally getting taken down, but ball does come out of the ruck, and the Pioneers able to turn over that ball. So as you can see, defensive line coming up hard now. Back in the ball, back in the hands of Emma Callahan, who has just been immense for this Pioneer squad. Lynn trying to bring up the defensive pressure, and a great read. Oh, just goes off the fingertips. And so it will be ball back to the Pioneers. Unfortunately, just a knock on there, but a really great read from Lynn that doesn't quite go her way.
Yeah, great read. It looks like the referee's going to have a chat. Just as we look back here, some big physicality. Lynn there. It looks like she was genuinely going for the ball, but it did stop an attacking platform. For me, that's probably a penalty. Maybe not a yellow card, but that should be a penalty there. One hand. If you get it, you get all the rewards. If you don't, you're going to suffer. So yeah, looks like it might be a penalty. Yeah, and the referee decides it is.
That's right. So that was probably just the conversation they were having there on the sideline. And they
It's
will
one of those
elect to
high
go for the
risk
scrum.
Yeah, they go for the scrum. It's just one of those high risk, high rewards there, Bree. If you get it, you're under the sticks. You got 7 points for your team. Everyone's happy. If you don't, you're giving up a penalty. But it was so close for Lynn. But great decisions and great communication amongst the referees. Right decision made.
Absolutely. You know that flanker mentality. You're going to go for that high risk all day. Doesn't quite go their way, but getting a little bit more pressure now in the scrum is the Pioneers, but Bowden able to get that out as they will look to organize here on the attack. Looking for that loop pass. It just hits the ground there, but cleaned up by the Pioneers. So we see Dutton just waiting here. No need to go fast in this area of the field, but still looking to play out. And looking to just break down the doors. There goes Bowden again. Breaking the gain line, getting a few more meters of breathing room for the Pioneers, and now they're looking to attack a little bit wider now. Looking to work the whole width of the field is this Pioneers attack. Slowly getting out of their own 22. Ordiger still putting some pressure in on the ruck, but ball is already gone from there. Another nice big stiff arm. As we can see, the Pioneers building up some shape, looking ready to go are the backs here. So just some simple movement down the sideline. That last pass doesn't go quite to hands, and the Ordigers turning over that ball. Again, just from that pressure, and it will be a reversal now of possession. Will it be another one? Fighting is the Pioneers back in their hands. Again, folks, just fighting the battle at the breakdown. Pioneers back in familiar territory. Lynn again, high pressure. Pioneers looking to attack this width here, finding the edge. Now it's a race to the sideline here. Nice little sidestep from the number 11. That's Caden Parent. Now pressure from the Ordigers. Pioneers able to retain it. Looking for that first set of hands. Going barreling into the defense. Again, just looking to use the Pioneer physicality to break through that gain line. Now going a little bit backwards, but seeing a little hole here. Nice gap from Violet Lawrence. Otherwise would have lost many more meters there. Pioneers really looking for options here, trying to look for some individual brilliance here to get them through, but needing to stay patient and composed. You want no one else but Dutton at the back of the ruck to do so. Again, this pressure from Colorado School of Mines. Pioneers not really making any headway yet, but here's some nice physicality again. There will be a whistle. Now the referee just checking in, making sure that this Colorado player is all right.
Looks like you got
Getting
the
thumbs up, referee. Saying, I'm fine, just let's keep playing. Referee just wanting to take a moment and making sure. So
I count
just a little reset here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 16 phases there, and they didn't make any yards. In fact, they lost yards to Pioneers, and that's just tiring. It was just a great defense from the School of Mines. They were like little terriers yapping at the bigger people's legs, and they were knocking them down, and they got their rewards. It looks like the Pioneers are going to have to go again.
Have to go again, indeed. They need some sort of individual moment here, I think. Starting to look a little bit confused, starting to look like they're not sure what decisions they want to be making here. But still able to keep it in their hands, retain possession, and that's most important here as Dutton digs that ball out. Definitely want Bowden in on that. But again, just getting scrappy in the ruck are the Ore Diggers. Able to clean it up is Ortega Cervantes. Just slowly getting pushed back is this Pioneer defense. Just lots of pressure from Colorado School of Mines, but multiple phases again here. And that was that Lynn. That's Ore Diggers going in for the poach and winning that. Not sure exactly who that was, but Aurelio on the attack there. Can she dot it down? And that will be a no. She is held up. But Craig, I mean, we were talking so much about the defense of the Pioneers in the first half. Talk about this Ore Digger defense.
That was an absolute masterclass, this last 5 minutes in defense, and then Lynn with the turnover, and Aurelio nearly gets over. That's add this to, once again, being held up. But what a masterclass in defense as the School of Mines are back on the attack.
Back on the attack so quickly, and that is Mackenzie Williams now with the try for Colorado School of Mines. Just pushing the momentum even further is Mackenzie Williams, the junior from Georgetown, Indiana. And Craig, we were caught just talking so much about their defense that we didn't even catch the beginning of that attack. But again, so much pace. Let's take another look at that. And it's just the pass out wide. Doesn't go quite to hands, but it's not really what she needs, Craig.
No, exactly, and then Williams does the rest. But they do say, there's an old adage, and I really believe it, defense wins championships. And so far, the defense has given the School of Mines an opportunity to go after the championship as we just look at Williams' power here. But you could just feel this pressure was coming. It looked like Pioneers were running out of ideas just as we were looking at the kick to go over. It was just such a wonderful masterclass in defense. They get held up, but the goal line dropout didn't go far enough, and then Williams does the rest. So really, really great work from the School of Mines.
We'll take just another replay here, and yeah, it was the kick that just doesn't go the right way. The execution here, Craig, I mean, that's what's really been killing the Pioneers as of late. They've got such good stands that they have to escape from the goal line, but these drop kicks, they keep going towards the center of the field. So Craig, talk to me about the strategy of that, what you want to happen and what you don't want to happen.
So from, goal line dropout, you want to be finding the sidelines, because that gives then the attack only one option to go where you can launch your attack. If you kick it down the middle of the field, you've opened up both sides of your defense, and that's where you can become really vulnerable. So as a coach, I would always say try and land it in the 15-meter channels at least.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, that's not the first kick that we've seen go straight down the middle of the field, so that's something that the Pioneers need to fix. But School of Mines here, just riding that momentum and shaking off a few defenders here is Bogert. 22-10 with 17 minutes to play. Winner goes on to the championship tomorrow to try to hoist that D3 trophy, all to play for here. And we see Colorado School of Mines just pulling a bit of a lead away. However, Platteville has the penalty, but we're going to take a moment here. Looks like there's a player down, just needing to check that lower leg.
Yeah, you've got the School of Mines now. You just feel that their fitness and their game plan is really starting to take precedent here. Big, strong carries, they're gaining yards. See here, they carry, it looks like it slightly went off their feet. Courtney, probably the only thing she's done wrong this whole game is off her feet there. You can't do that. You've got to play the ball on your feet. But the pressure's really starting to tell on the Pioneers now. This is going to play from a penalty. They just need to get some momentum. And I think even though it's a bit windy, just put a kick through, just change the picture, because the School of Mines defense is meeting them at every opportunity.
Yeah, and so Dutton doing just that, goes for the kick. And so we'll have a line out just before the midline. Again, fighting a little bit of wind, so we'll need to make sure, Barris will need to make sure that that throw goes straight. And it does, but unfortunately in the hands of the Ore Diggers. Front pod doing a good job of lifting and able to intercept that ball. Comes down through Aurelio, and Snodgrass will pick this one off the ruck. So back in Colorado's hands. Staying in is Williams, the recent try scorer. Again, just the shape that they're building this time, led by Lynn. Just a few meters past the game line, still on her feet. I mean, talk about the leg drive of Lynn. We said that earlier in the game. Really gets it out to Barta. Barta goes for the kick again, but blocked by the Pioneers. And doing all they can to retain this ball, looking for Dutton. Dutton looking for the next set of hands. And to get them back on the right foot, the Pioneers will look to go to their more experienced players through Dutton, through Bowden, through Callahan. As they are spinning it out through the backs, looking to try to get through the width of the field here. That's Riley Connor now. Again, just shoring up the ruck, making sure that they've kept this ball, and now they will go for a kick. And it goes straight out. Referee is bringing it back to where it was kicked.
Looks like they're coming back there. Look, it was a good idea to take the kick. It made good distance, but it went straight out. So that means it's a line out back from the line where they kicked it from. And right now, the School of Mines, they are on top. And what you saw there, they were trying to kick as well. They were trying to put the pressure on. So they're just, it's all about field position now. And they're just going to put the pressure on. They're going to force, the School of Mines are going to force the Pioneers into mistakes. They're happy to camp out in this half because they've got the lead and they've got the momentum.
Yep, so error here from the Pioneer kicker. So we'll go back to Colorado School of Mines. But line out goes errant here, so Pioneers able to happily take that ball away. We see this pace coming here now. As they look to regroup from this first ruck here, Dutton's gonna get that ball away. Again, looking to play that width, but again, just trying to break through here is Brink. This ball coming out of the ruck a little bit slower than maybe they would like, enabling Colorado to really set their defense and employ that pressure. But when you're able to get go forward meters from Bowden, that helps you significantly as Dutton looks to get that ball out again. He's going straight back. Again, now the back's looking to play here. Immediately trying to go in for the poach is Colorado, but doing so illegally, and so an ability here to get more meters now is the Pioneers trying to really capitalize on this as they go for the kick for touch as we're closer to the halfway line.
Yeah, just went off their feet at the ruck there. As they looked for that counter ruck, you can see that the hands were clearly on the floor supporting their weight. That's why there's the penalty. And I think right now the School of Mines, they're just quite comfortable. Okay, they don't really need the ball. They don't need to force too much. Now, from the Pioneers' point of view, they've got to start turning up the heat. They've just got to throw everything they've got to try and get the next score, because then that brings it back to a one-score game. Really important. But it just looks like now from the Pioneers, it's just one-off running. And if their big girls can't break through, it looks like they've run out of ideas. So it'd be interesting to see how they mix it up.
Yeah, great analysis there. And unfortunately, that throw doesn't go straight. So another opportunity lost by the Pioneers. So ball will go back in the hands of Colorado School of Mines. Look, there's 12 minutes left. Platteville down by 12 points. That's just 2 tries they need to score. There's still plenty of time, but as you said, Craig, this team needs to start winning possession. They need to start taking advantage of the set pieces that they have. So looking for a turnover here. Big defensive stand needed from the Pioneers. As this ball goes out to the Org Diggers, we've seen that other loop, but unfortunately, obstruction there from the Org Diggers. Typically like to see a little bit of a blocker there, but that was, I think that was an obstruction. And so ball goes back into the Pioneers' hands, and so Dutton will take that ball, who goes none other to Callahan. And finally, they are in their attacking half. Let's see what they can do here. Nice little pass there, no look pass from Platteville. deciding to get herself is Brink. Brink finally taken to ground there, but good pressure. But coming in from the side, says the referee. So this is exactly what the Pioneers need. It's going to be a quick tap from Dutton. Immediately met from pressure, keeping that ball alive. Clara gets that ball out. Ball in the hands of Lawrence here. Looking to shore up that ruck and picking it off the base there is Mallory Brewer. Liking what we're seeing from the Pioneers now in the 22 here. Now just fighting through, of course, is the Crusher, but ball is lost in contact, and the Ordigers come away with it now. Turning over that ball in their defensive 22. Aurelio looking for options. Pioneers gotta fight for this one back. You can see the replay here in the bottom right-hand corner, just lost in contact there. So now Ordigers taking their time, making sure that they are shoring up this exit opportunity here. Kick goes high, a little bit short. Fighting for that ball there, but able to be cleaned up there by Brink. So Pioneers will reset, will take it into contact here. And that was a nice pace there from Elena Small. Again, just another penalty, Craig. This is good for the Pioneers as they look to quick tap here. Keep pushing forward. Just digging through, scrapping through in these last 9 minutes. Everything is on the line for both of these teams. Again, ball goes out here, now wide. Now we're looking for some momentum here, looking for that gap. Oh, but intercepted by Mackenzie Williams. Still up is Williams, looking to keep that ball alive here. Now ball goes to Bogert. Bogert trying to shake it off, gets tackled now. Colorado School of Mines taking it all the way to the other side of the field now with the possession, just a dagger in the hopes of the Pioneers, who had such a nice attacking opportunity here. And it is Mackenzie Williams. Williams again goes home. And now Williams nodding down yet another try, dagger to the hearts of the Pioneers. Colorado School of Mines, what a brilliant play.
All came from that defensive turnover this time. Here comes the interception in the tackle, and Williams, and watch her go then defend. What I love about this, look how she stayed on her feet. She was fighting amongst 2 or 3 tacklers around her and then gets the offload in. But critically, it's not what you do, it's what you do next, which is important. She's back on her feet, she's carrying hard again. A fend, get off the bus, and then 2 more players. I tell you what, this last 10 minutes has been the Williams show. Excellent work, well deserved. That was championship moments.
Man, Mackenzie Williams, the junior from Georgetown, Indiana, studying mining engineering, of course. What else would you do at this school? Oh, what just a class try. 2 tries in a row. Unfortunately, that kick doesn't quite go through the sticks, but Colorado building this lead. Man, just an immense 10 minutes, as you said, Craig. Let's get another look at this replay. Oh, shrugging off Barracks there. Come on now.
Just look how low she got. She uses her arm and her shoulder to get the fend. That was a really strong run, but she still had work to do. Look how she's scanning around. She gets the next fend in. She knows exactly what was coming, and she was not going to be stopped. That was excellent play. Textbook work, great carry.
And just immense play there. So that will be 27-10, making it look harder and harder for the Pioneers. 7 minutes left. Lynn with the ball now. Again, Colorado up 17 points. Looking to just game manage now. Pioneers need to dig deep, give it everything they have if they want a shot back in this game. Winner goes to the championship tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central. 7 minutes left to play here. More Diggers looking quite comfortable, quite composed, and just seeing it through those passes straight to hands here. And just a penalty not rolling away from the Pioneers. So they will take their time, Colorado. Try to eat away at the clock, and you wonder if they're going to start making some subs as well, because it's a quick turnaround for that match tomorrow.
Absolutely, I was thinking exactly the same. The big players who have worked hard. You've got Lynn, you've got Williams, you've got Courtney. These have been big players. You've got Piper Lee. At what point you get them off? The job has been done pretty much. Get other people on to see out the game, because as you said, it's not about, for now, the School of Mines, it's not about now, it's looking forward. They've got a big few hours coming up.
You have a big play here from Bowden. Exactly what you need to get back into this game, steals that line out. But miscommunication there, able to clean it up. Pioneers looking to consolidate. And again, lots of ball out to the backs, but just not able to get to go forward. But look at the wheels here on Taylor Brink. Brink shrugging off one defender, gets tackled, stays in bounds. Looking for that support. Pioneers looking to keep that ball, but of course immense pressure from Colorado School of Mines. Dutton digging out that ball. Fighting for it. Looks like Brink is having a tough time getting up over there on that sideline, but Dutton will play on here. Pioneers needing everything they can get in these last 5 minutes here. Good clear out from the Pioneers. Quick pass out wide. Another one doesn't go to hands, but bounce pass right up to Parent. Parent keeping it live for this Pioneers team. Just met with immense pressure. This time ball spills out. Able to consolidate. Had a little bit of pressure here, but Dutton, good peace of mind to take that in herself. Big carry here. Oh, there we go from Bowden. Finally gets tackled. Good meters forward for the Pioneers team. Again, looking to attack, looking to break through in this attacking half, and they do. Quite messy now at this ruck. Surely there's a penalty coming here. Not rolling away. I think the Pioneers need to go quickly.
Yeah, very quickly. The defense has been strong. You just see Piper Lee. Tell you what, she's not the biggest of players, but she plays very, very big on the field, tackling, counter-rucking. And I'm sure that's given inspiration to the rest of her team. And here comes the changes.
Yes, you can see a quick sub there. Looks like it was Kylie Bogert going off. Willa Trono coming in, sophomore from Durango, Colorado. Keeping it alive is the Pioneers. A little bit of a messy line out, but ball does go out to hands. Looking to attack here, looking for another try. Ball hits the deck yet again. Oh, and pulled away here from Rain Slisher. Picked off right on the ruck, keeping the momentum going. Colorado School of Mines does not want to go away from the pace they've been playing with all game. In here, going for another carry, but met strongly. Body's quite upright in that carry. Ball spills out of the ruck here, and now poached by the Pioneers. Keeping it in here, just looking for some last-ditch efforts here, just trying to get some more points on the board before these last 2 minutes wane. Pioneers giving it everything they got, but really just starting to go more and more backwards here. Just the Colorado defense just so suffocating for them. Colorado just relentless here. Pioneers now looking for the kick. Bounce goes favorably. Nice little kick there from Mallory Brewer. Brewer putting more pressure on. Ball continues to spill backwards. Finally cleaned up here. Colorado will retain possession. Moreau takes that one in. last minute of this match, of this D3 semifinal. First of two to come. Colorado now just looking to game manage here, just kill the remaining 60 seconds of this match. You can tell they want to keep playing here. First ball for Trono there. Bodie gets tackled. You see the new scrum half here. Again, goes right in. Lynn with the other carry here. And just keeping possession and just going in punch after punch is this Colorado team. A little bit of a header to herself there, but keeps the ball, does Courtney. 20 seconds left in this match. Of course, official time kept by the referee here. Let's take a look at that little header pass to herself in the right-hand corner. Colorado still keeping this ball. Goes backwards, says the referee. And if you're Trono, you're just wondering when you can kick that ball out, wondering when it is time. Looks like it's Gregerson. Now ball goes back to the double try scorer, Williams. Waiting for some sign of a kick here, but we're still playing on as Colorado. Still going and still getting positive meters here. Halen Courtney. Again, Colorado, will they put more points on the board before the end of this match? Piper Lee still going, keeping that ball alive. Here we go through Slisher, through Trono. Kept alive by Moreau. Almost a minute over in play here. Gregerson now taking it in, about 3 meters out. Bringing it forward is Colorado. Will they get another try before the end of the match? And a quick little dot over, and it will be another 5 points through Aaliyah Lynn, and the Colorado School of Mines nail in the coffin. They have booked themselves the first spot to the championship final, and it will be the Colorado School of Mines' first appearance in the D3 semifinals, and now they are headed to their first appearance in the D3 championship. Craig, quick thoughts coming out of this game.
Oh, I tell you what, that was an absolute clinic in keeping possession. And Aaliyah Lynn, I tell you what, she deserved that. She has been working hard all game. She's been carrying hard. And she got herself a try at the end. But the second half completely belonged to the School of Mines. Defense was excellent. Attack was excellent. They were physical. They kicked well. I think they're going to be very good bets for the final tomorrow, but it's all about the recovery now. They're going to have to get to work, get the recovery systems going, but they're going to be in good shape.
So Moreau with the final kick here. Short, but that will be it. So 42-10 Colorado School of Mines. And now we head into the second semifinal. Don't go anywhere, folks. Next up, Endicott versus East Stroudsburg. Winner of that match will play the Colorado School of Mines War Diggers. That's all she wrote from this first semifinal. We'll be back after a short break.